Hello there, welcome back guys. Today we are going to finish this game. At least the vanilla game, the main quest so to speak. I should use a homeward bone. Or an aged feather now I have one. 3 bosses to kill back to back. And it's not as bad as it sounds, honestly. It's not great, I've made that clear. It's not great, it's a bit anticlimactic. Certainly not on the level of the kiln of the first flame and Gwyn, or even, you know, the end of Dark Souls 3. Which again isn't perfect. But yeah, 3 fights, only one of which I think is actually good. Which is Throne Watcher and Defender. Nashandra, as you will see. I will just pump Vigor to 50, fuck it. Pop an FG while we're here. Nashandra, as you will see, is just laughable. Absolutely laughable, especially compared to Gwyn. But yeah, we will see those credits roll today. And that's going to be a relief. And it's not going to take very long. So what we're going to do after that is we are going to kill the 2 pursuers for the Ring of Blades +2. And then we will have all the rings that our build requires. Which is lovely. Although, it ain't going to be easy. I normally summon. We want effigies on our hotbar because Nashandra will probably curse us. And we want as many healing items as we have. Which is not many, but that's fine. Hope required ahead. Not quite. This ain't going to be too bad. Yeah, this little stretch here. The Throne of Want and all that. I know the story implications are cool and all. It's just bleh. They always do this, right? The very last run up to the final boss is always just very minimalistic. And it worked in Dark Souls 1. But here, especially if you die a lot, which you may very well, it's tedious as fuck. I suppose it looks cool though. But yeah, we'll do this. And then we'll fight 2 pursuers at once, which will actually be even harder than any one of these 3 bosses we are going to fight. If I do this first time, guys, can you like the video? Not asking much. But that would be great. And again, I do normally summon here. Just to get it over and done with, but we won't. We won't. Oh. Another gank. I do like this fight though. I think visually they're very cool. Stamina's low. Do not exhaust stamina. Love that fucked up shield with the face on it. Oh. Lots of smart play involved here. Oh, they don't do a lot of damage, so that's good. Oh, he's buffing. I nearly went off the edge there. Okay. They will do damage now, for sure. No! Holy fuck, I don't know how that missed me, but it did. Oh, stay away. If I can get 1 down, then we're alright. Let's just focus down the defender. Oh. No. Oh, fucking Christ. Double chug. Your buff's run out, bro. That's too bad. I didn't know you could even weigh out this buff. Oh. Oh. Slop. Risky. Okay, we only have a limited time before she tries to heal him. Again, I don't know how you're missing that, but I'll take it, alright? Oh, stay back. She's got the fucking flip ring. You're done. You're done. Right. Nice. First time. Got it. 6 Estus remaining. Nashandra's fine. She is fine. Do I need to go forward? I think so. Oh, not that far forward. Fuck. God, I'd be salty. Oh, look at you. The design's fucking awesome. But you'll see this fight. It's not a scratch on Gwyn. Not even close. Nah, we good, we good, we good. Alright, curse orbs. All you really need to do here is, like, so you back away, right? Back away. And she will more often than not do this. Yep. Very easily avoided. Run in. 3 damage. Rinse and repeat. Literally, this is all there is to it. She does also have an AoE, and you want to avoid the curse orbs. Her scythes. Her scythe packs a punch, but you can get her on a loop of doing this over and over. Oh, the fucking hitbox. Oh, what was that? That was Dark Souls 2, that was. Alright, pop one of these. I don't even remember the Aldia fight very well. I just know that it's fucking easy. Yes, more of this bullshit. Alright, we cleared an opening and then we just bait. Oh, we're getting close to an edge here. Cursed. Fine. It's fine, honestly. Potato. Oh, nothing to write home about. Seriously. Just easy. Oh! I'm getting very cursed, but we'll pop an effigy after this. And she's dead. Pop. Use life gem. That is the final boss of Dark Souls 2 Vanilla. Well, technically not anymore, now that Aldia is a thing. Gwyn? Oh, whoops. You are correct, though. None of those guys are on my level, are they? Gwyn, piece of piss. Parried him 3 times. And he died. Right, yeah, okay. Some lovely music here. Don't really remember what the whole shtick of this fight is, though. Other than I can't currently hurt him. Yeah. Whole lot of waiting around here. Okay, he's vulnerable there. Oh, he gone. Oh, wake up AoE. I was lucky. Oh, that hurts. They could have done this fight a lot better. Like, what is this? They had an opportunity here to actually, you know, fix the final boss. But no, they give us something that's equally... Like, I'll give it that. It's creative and cool, right? And the music is amazing. But otherwise... It's just a whole lot of avoiding shit and getting a few hits in when you can. I mean, maybe that's just every Dark Souls boss. Ugh. I ain't playing smart, alright? I remember him giving you more of a window to do damage. Okay, we're running here. Oh. Oh, oh, fuck. Look at the damage. I ate that like a fucking bitch. Triple scrub. Scrub? Triple chug. That was necessary there. I got one Estus left. Remember, if I do this first time, you gotta like that fucking video, alright? I don't ask for much. We got life gems, so we'll be okay. Great. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's too close. Don't get hit by that fucking flaming orb. That nearly one-shot me. What are you doing? What is this now? Phase 2. Now I'm scared. Oh. What? Oh, I could have got way more hits in there. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I don't understand this. Oh. Fuck. No, I hate this shit. He is nearly done though. Doesn't seem to be any consistency there with how long he'll leave himself vulnerable for. What is this? That's a good opportunity to get some damage in. Is this it? No! Oh! No, no. No! Die! Oh! He spawned on top of me, the wanker. Right. Oh. Let's go sit on that throne of want, shall we? Whoa. There's weirdness going on with my controller. Holy shit. I don't know what happened there. Bizarre. I just killed you. Will you shut the fuck up? Oh, you can choose to leave, right? I don't really know what difference it makes. Right, we left in Dark Souls 1, let's leave in Dark Souls 2. Cool. So I know in Dark Souls 1, I did a kind of conclusion of my thoughts of the game, but there's still loads to do in this game. So I will save that for now, and I will skip over the credits. But you know, once we are done, once all the DLCs are done, then I will recap all of my thoughts and my feelings, having played this and, you know, many, many times. I'll give you a brief synopsis. So far, I love this game. It's great. It's flawed. A lot of it's half-baked. It doesn't really compare to Dark Souls 1 PvE anyway. But it also is ballsy and does its own thing and introduces a whole bunch of new systems that are really cool and interesting. And you can't say the same about Dark Souls 3. So, all things considered, a great fucking game. But we are not done here. We are not done here. I thought I could skip over the credits. Maybe I cannot. Okay, maybe I will talk about this game even though there's a wealth of content left to explore. A very bold sequel to Dark Souls 1 has very little to do with it, although it does have some things to do with it if you read between the lines or pay attention to the lore. Stuff like that, that's cool. I think that's a clever way of doing a sequel without just repeating the first game. And Dark Souls 3, I've said this a number of times, I love Dark Souls 3. It might be the best PvE in the series, it's so much fun, but it definitely just... It's like a best of Dark Souls, right? And it kind of just rehashes stuff from Dark Souls 1 just because. I think From Software thought, you know, they just needed to make a safe sequel. And, you know, it worked. That's a great game. Anyway, let's talk about Dark Souls 2. The Black Sheep. A game that many people despise. And it's rough. Some really rough ganks and levels. And it doesn't seem to have the kind of love and care put into it as Dark Souls 1 does. No, that's not fair to say. Love and care was put into this game. It's just, I don't know. They set the bar high with Lordran, right? How do you follow Dark Souls 1? You do something different. And that's what they did. And I really, really love this game. And they actually created a game with PvP that actually has depth and balance. And, you know, it's fucking awesome. And I don't think you can say that about Dark Souls 1 or 3. I think the PvP in both of those games is not very good. It's an afterthought, whereas in this game, I recall they were throwing out tons of patches, tweaking weapons and stuff. They were clearly paying attention to the meta and what people were using. And if you had to play the PvP in this game now, it's rad. Everything's viable. So many awesome play styles and weapons you can use and builds you can make, and it's the most replayable Souls game. There are still builds that I haven't made. In this game, I can't say the same about Dark Souls 1 and 3. In Dark Souls 3, I hit a point where I was like, I've done everything now. I've used every weapon that I care to, made every build. So what now? So I stopped playing. And I haven't revisited that game in a long time, and I won't until we cover it on this channel, which I guess will be soon. Once we've, you know, wrapped up the DLCs, although they will take some time. We are not done yet, I've made that clear. But yeah, I love this game. And if you hate this game and you worship Dark Souls 1, I understand. But for everything this game does wrong, it does a lot of things right. And I've played it the most out of all of them. And never have I ever sunk as much time into a game as I have this game. Or even really gotten into an online component of anything. I mostly play games by myself. Don't really fuck around with any kind of PvP stuff in any game, really. I don't care to. I like the solo experience, you know? But this game really struck a chord with me. And it's an absolute joy to play. And you may consider it a bad Dark Souls game, but I tell you what, a bad Dark Souls game is still a fucking good video game. I'd still rather play this than millions of games. But if this game never worked for you, I would advise that you try and give it another go. And just, I don't know, there's a few things you have to respect. I think you shouldn't rely on lock-on so much. You shouldn't rely on a shield so much. You gotta play claw. Find a weapon that works for you and stick with it. Don't be afraid to summon. And, you know, there is a lot to love here. There's also a lot to hate. And I have made that very clear. I've whined more than I could have expected to. I've whined way more than I ever intended to. There's been genuine salt sprinkled in here. But there's also been some funny moments, and I think I've done a good job to explain why I love this game and why people should give it a second chance if it hasn't worked for them. It's just rad. And I said I wouldn't do a summary a la Dark Souls 1, but here I am, because I can't skip these credits, alright? But yeah, we have more to do, and this won't be the last I speak of this game and its strengths and weaknesses, but it's a great sequel. It's a fantastic sequel. It took a chance. It didn't just copy its predecessor. It just went in a whole other direction. And I think it's better off having done that. As much as I love Dark Souls 3, it's refreshing. We got a game that's entirely different and so good for so many reasons. You know? And those reasons are to its own credit for the most part, you know? Other than, yeah, there's some fan service in here, but not on the... It's nowhere near Dark Souls 3, right? A lot of fan service in that game made that very clear. But yeah, this game's got problems. I'm preaching to the choir here. We all know this has problems. Every game has problems. Dark Souls 1 had problems. There's no such thing as a perfect video game, guys. We just have to take the good with the bad. And we can decide, you know, if the good outweighs the bad. In this case, it does. And, you know, I have fun poking fun at some of the utter nonsense in this game. And, you know, it definitely kind of falls apart in the latter half. So did Dark Souls 1, maybe not quite as bad. And it really does feel a little bit underdeveloped in areas. Like, they had something else in mind and kind of had to improvise and kind of just throw everything they had into a blender and see what happened. And what happened is the Souls game with the most amount of replayability and content available, but also the Souls game with some of the very worst moments of the series, and a weird fucking lighting engine that makes everything look kind of shite and drab and bleak, but not in a good way. And it's kind of disappointing. I feel like with some better shaders and some better lighting, this game would just look so much better. And there is actually, I'll link it down below, there's a guy that's kind of trying to restore the vision that From Software had originally with the lighting engine. And he's going to release it as a mod on PC, and I think he is doing God's work there. A common thing that me and my friends say about this game is it feels very video gamey, whereas Dark Souls 1 and 3 are very, I don't know, they're very, I guess they're more immersive. But this game definitely, I don't know, I find it doesn't do a lot to immerse you in its world, and a lot of it's down to the geography, or just, you know, enemy placement that you can't help but feel is the product of a game developer that missed the point of Dark Souls 1 just a little bit. I don't know, I'm just spitballing. I wasn't anticipating having to fill the credits. I could have just sat here and edited this all out, but it's a good opportunity to relay some thoughts and opinions. They're not final thoughts. This ain't no conclusion. As you will notice, we're back in Majula with a shit ton of souls, so it ain't over, and that's a good thing. Maybe the smart thing to do would have been to leave that to the very end, to do all the DLCs, all that, but I did not, alright? Whoops. Okay, well, we're at the 25-minute mark, alright? And I don't want this to go on much longer, and I think it's been interesting. I think I wasn't expecting to have to fill the credits out with voiceover, but here we are, and I spoke a lot on this game and why I like it and why people don't like it and all that. And frankly, I'm going to hit a brick wall when I have to fight 2 pursuers at once, right? So let's put that off for now and say farewell. But again, this isn't Dark Souls 1. We are not done. We have lots to do still. So, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'll see you very soon. We're probably going to dive into Shulva, I think, or one of the DLCs, and I will be joined by a special guest in the near future. Good friend of mine and bandmate, Matthew from the Mensis Ritual, will be joining me for some jolly co-op, and we are going to discuss all things Dark Souls, all things metal, what inspired us to write music based on Dark Souls, our experiences with this game. He's a lore nerd, man, so he's got lots to say. Things often go over my head, but not his, alright? So, see y'all very soon. Enjoy this riff, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.